Well, good evening. Oh, that's just sad. Whoever the one person was, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's try that one more time. Good evening. All right, we're so thankful that you're with us tonight. We're very excited about this event and this competition, and for all of our students. My name is Kevin Sheely. I am the President and CEO of the Ocala Marion County Chamber and Economic Partnership. We're excited that you're here, and we're excited to get into our program, but we need to recognize a few people first, and most importantly, we need to recognize our sponsors, because without them, we couldn't do this event. Well, we could do it, we just couldn't have any prizes. So I think that's really important. So first, I want to introduce, with Campus USA, Ray Boone. Ray?
Hello. Hey, I'm Ray Boone with Campus Credit Union. I'm the regional manager here in Ocala. Thank you for being involved in the event. We love sponsoring it, so thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Jen Boyce with R&L Global.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jen. I'm the marketing manager over at R&L Global. We are always looking for folks with an entrepreneurial spirit, those that are motivated and hungry and are looking for growth opportunities in a career, not just a job. If that's the type of opportunity you're looking for, you're always welcome to come. We are running a contest just for you folks that are here tonight. If you'll text your future with no space in between to 31996, you can win the opportunity to do a one-on-one meet and greet with our president, Rob Bowman, and get a tour of our headquarters here in Ocala. So go ahead and text, it's your future, to 31996. Thanks everybody, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Jen. And let me tell you, you want to text that because Rob Bowman is one of my favorite people. That'll be a fun tour, so you want to do that. And last but not least, our last sponsor and our host this evening, Joel Rainey here with Rainey's, one of my other favorite people.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is our first year hosting the event. Really excited, glad the CEP let us hold it here. Ryan invited me to be a part of the Shark Tank event 3 years, I think, and I've been doing it ever since and trying to get more and more involved. And we got this nice room built, and I thought this would be a great opportunity. So excited to host it here. Hopefully we'll keep doing it every year. I love the event because, you know, entrepreneurship was something I was always into. My dad always taught me that. I went to Vanguard and graduated in 06, and in 2010 I started this company. Here we are now, 70 plus employees, and that was from entrepreneurship spirit, which I see a lot of you have. You know, I was talking to a lot of the students beforehand, and I love the energy. I know some of you are nervous, but it's really exciting. It's a great opportunity to get some practice doing something like this, and always just get outside your comfort zone. It's very important, and follow what you believe in, and that's most important. But thank you for being here tonight, everybody.
Thank you, Joel. Let's give all of our sponsors a round of applause again, if we could, please. At this time, we have a few more folks we want you to meet, but to introduce them, I'm going to ask Ryan Lilly, our Vice President for Business Creation and our coordinator for this competition, to come and lead us through that.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you all for being here tonight. We're really excited to have you, and particularly since this is the 5th year that we've done this competition. We're really excited. So I want to go ahead and introduce the rest of our judges, and we'll pass the microphone to the back. We'll start with Sharietta. If you could just tell us who you are and what company you represent.
Hi, I'm Sharietta Prince, Prince Marketing Consultants, and it's an honor to be here again this year.
Thomas Alderborg, Atlas Strategic Business Consultants. Good luck.
Good evening, Navarro's principal at HDG Hotels, Marion County's extra bedroom, and I'm also a huge supporter of entrepreneurship.
Rondo, I make chicken wings. Very excited to listen to you guys today. I'm really excited, so good job.
Thank you, guys. So I also want to acknowledge our recording company tonight, Common Sense Network. A recording of this event will be on YouTube next week, and you'll be able to share that with your family and friends. We also want to thank teachers and school administrators who are in the audience tonight. I know I see Mark Vianello there in the back of the room, and I think we have some teachers. There's Kelly from Forest. Do we have any other teachers in the audience tonight? All right, thank you to the school district for being here. I also want to thank all the other people who are involved in this. We have Dean from our CEP staff, We have Jessica, who helped do a lot today to put this event together. So thank you for all of you who put a lot of time into this. This year, we were excited that we had 20 applications from 43 students at 7 area high schools. So we're very excited. So already being here this evening, these 5 teams have already beat out a lot of the others who entered. So you should all be very proud. The format for tonight is that we have 5 teams who are presenting. Those 5 teams were randomly selected, the order that they would go in. The order is on the agenda that's in front of all of you. I'll call each team up. They'll give me just a second to get ready. I'll have a stopwatch. They'll have a maximum of 5 minutes to present. 5 minutes to present. When they have a 1 minute remaining, I'll hold up a yellow card to let them know they've got a minute left. And when they've reached time, I'll hold up a red card. After that, we'll then do Q&A with the judges. They'll have 5 minutes with the judges. Again, a 1 minute warning for both the students and the judges, as well as a red at 5 minutes. Is there any questions about the timing? Everyone good on that? All right. All right, at this time, we're going to go ahead and invite up our first contestant, Lane Clint, with VRcade Virtual Gaming Arcade from Lake Weir High School.
Oh, and just to clarify, it's Lane Kent, not Lane Clint. It's all right, people have messed it up a lot worse than that before. Am I good? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, has there ever been a place you wanted to go, but you just couldn't afford it? Or maybe you just couldn't get the time off? What if I told you that for $35 and a trip to Fort McCoy, you could go anywhere in the world? When I say anywhere, I mean anywhere. It might seem a little far-fetched, but this is in fact possible through the use of virtual reality technology. Hi folks, my name is Lane Kent, and I'm here today to present my idea for VRcade, the virtual reality arcade. Now, while you might not physically be in the place you want to be, you still get to see the exact same sights you would as if you were there, and with the immersion factor that comes with virtual reality technology, you see, it feels like you're there, but you know, you pay a lot less money, which I can imagine would go quite well. Now, while virtual vacations are nice and all, some of us have other uses for virtual reality technology, and one use would be job training. An example would be aviation, the aviation industry. Did you guys know that before a pilot can even step into the cockpit of a real plane, they have to have a certain amount of hours in a flight simulator before they can even fly, before they even get off the ground? Police also use virtual reality technology to help train officers on quick decision making. But up until fairly recently, this technology hasn't been available to the public. Now, VR itself, it's been around since the 90s, but the headsets were clunky and the graphics, they just left something to be desired. But since the founding of companies such as, HTC, Oculus, Samsung, the usual, VR has become much, much more viable. Headsets are much lighter, graphics are, well, simply put, breathtaking. But only one problem remains now, and that would be the price of a good headset. Now, I'm sure you're wondering why you would need a good headset when you can just have a headset like this. You could have a headset like this, plug your smartphone in, you can just diddle around on a couple apps. But if you want a true VR immersion level experience, you want a good headset made by a company such as HTC or Oculus. Examples of headsets would be Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, things like that. But in case you don't know anything about virtual reality, a good headset like that, I want to say it costs around the price of either a used car or a car payment, which for many average working class families, that's just absolutely unacceptable for a gaming device. That is the purpose of my company, VRcade, to bring once-in-a-lifetime experiences for once-in-a-week prices. By that, I mean my prices are set so that the average working class family can take a Saturday or a Sunday, come on down and have the time of their lives, and not break the bank in the process. For that reason, I believe that VRcade could be the next hotspot to Marion County to bring capital and tourism in. Especially since Silver Spring shut down. Now you may be wondering about our competition. Our closest competition would most likely be somewhere in like Easy Street, but off the couple of reviews I have read online and through personal experiences, I'd say their experience is quite lacking. So for that reason and among others, I believe that VRcade can and will be the next Disneyland, if you want to put it like that, of Marion County. So to sum up, my purpose with VRcade is to not only bring world-class gaming experiences to Marion County, more tourism, more capital, but also great time or job experiences, job training for highly sought after fields such as the medical field. There are surgical simulators out there, and aviation and things as such. My name is Lane Kent. Thank you for listening.
Okay, at this time we're going to take 5 minutes for questions. And just a reminder for all the judges and the contestants, hold that microphone very close to your face, like this close, okay? And give me just a second to start the 5-minute timer for questions. Judges, are you ready for questions? All right, who wants to go first?
Can you tell me a little bit, in the very beginning of your presentation, you talked about using it as flight simulation training for pilots and possibly for law enforcement. And then towards the end of the presentation, you focused more on family fun and an arcade type environment. So can you talk a little bit more about that? You know, would that be a progression where you would lean more towards training? And would you also be involved in development of the software for the VR?
Well, the purpose of VRcade is to combine the two, family fun and vital job training, which can be quite lacking in Marion County. That is why I'm trying to include not only virtual reality technology, but other sorts of simulation technology so that families can, they can have a good time, but they can learn something in the process. So it's not only entertaining, it's also educational. Yes, ma'am.
How are you planning to market your VR gaming?
Well, there's several ways to market a program like this. One of the most viable ones would be through social media, because our target market is on social media a fair majority of the day, and if we want to reach them, that would be the way to do so. But another idea I had was to also market on websites that harvest things such as cryptocurrency and etc., because that niche also happens to be very interested in virtual reality technology, and there's a possibility in the future of the merging of the two to the ultimate gaming experience.
How many units would you plan on starting with, and what would be the startup cost of this business?
Can you repeat that, please?
How many units would you plan on starting with, and what would be the startup cost of this business?
Well, I asked for $500,000 in my presentation just so I could get a base number, but as I'm thinking about it, I would probably need about 25 headsets to start off with, and I would use the revenue gained from that to acquire the rest of the technology that I need to further build my business.
How do you plan to raise the $500,000? Is it going to be through private equity? Is it going to be through a bank? And do you have any financial history, tax returns, a personal financial statement where you can share with a shareholder or a bank that's going to show you creditworthy?
I think it's going to take a little while to get the $500,000. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to give it to you straight. It is going to take a little while, but it is possible through through the capital of the business alone, because our prices are set so that the average working class family, which there's quite a lot of Marion County, it is set so that so everybody wants to go to Disneyland, right? Almost every working class family, but the problem with it is it's extremely expensive. Now, if there was something to offer an experience that rivals that for a significantly lower price, I would think that they would flock to that. and they would naturally come back and back and again and again and again, and that would raise enough revenue in maybe a year or two.
I was curious, like he asked how you plan to raise that much money. So do you have any plans to scale it maybe instead of going all in? Because like your facility is $300,000. Yeah, you might want to consider starting small, scaling it up to because you might think it's going to do well in Ocala, but maybe it's not the right market. So starting small, seeing what kind of demand you get, and building up from there, and not having to take all that money out and such a huge risk.
All right. It is a possibility. That's why I was thinking of starting with a small number of headsets. I said 25 just to throw out a round number, and then I can see how well it's going. And if all else fails, I can make up the money that I got from you guys through loans and pay it off that way. Yes, ma'am.
In terms of how many people your facility might hold.
The property that I found it's 20 acres, and I plan to have at least you want to put a 10-acre facility. So I would say at maximum capacity, it could probably hold thousands of people, maybe tens of thousands.
When I looked under in terms of people involved, it's just you.
At the moment, yes.
Yes, so how are you going to tap into accounting expertise, HR expertise? You seem to know a lot about gaming, but HR and accounting you're going to need from day one.
Well, with any business, you're going to have to hire some employees, but something that I consider some people around me have told me is I tend to learn things fairly quickly. And if I need to learn a skill to keep my business afloat, I will not hesitate to learn that skill, especially things such as accounting and human resources and things like that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great job. So we'll give the judges just a few minutes to tally the scores, and while we're waiting, we'll go ahead and bring up our next group to start getting ready. Just another reminder, we are still having some audio issues with our recording, so for judges and contestants, keep this mic like an inch from your face and talk fairly loud. So if trendsetters from Vanguard High School, if you could go ahead and start getting ready while our judges are finishing up. Okay. There's a microphone?
You just have one, right?
Yes.
That's fine. Yes, sir.
Wait till I get this thumbs up.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Hello everyone, my name is Sandra McDonald. I'm Emma Wilding. And I'm Caitlin Lafferty. And we are the Trendsetters team. First of all, I would like to thank our audience, our judges, and all of our other finalists for being here and being a part of this. Business and entrepreneurship is all about collaboration, so thank you for being a part of this and sharing your ideas. Now, we'll begin.
So what is Trendsetters? Have you ever heard of fashion boxes, or have you seen the apps on Instagram or the ads about you digitally getting told what outfits you should wear on a certain day at a certain time for a certain event? Well, we are actual people who would like to give you personal advice and consultations on what you should wear based upon your style and your wardrobe. We don't want you to have to go out and buy new clothes that you don't want and owe hundreds of dollars just to be unhappy.
Okay, so how does our business work? Well, basically we're here to help anybody who wants to expand their closet. Even if you have a full wardrobe, you can still expand it. So basically we have these personal style advisors that you send them pictures of your wardrobe, and they'll basically just set up all these outfits for you. And then you come in for a meeting, which is $50, and you get to consult with them and fix anything you don't like and add to it, and you get 3 outfits out of that.
And this process that we have eliminates the complaints given by fashion boxes and the apps. So just to make it better for y'all.
To elaborate on our style consultation, as Caitlin did say, it was $50 for those 3 outfits that we would provide to you, and it's all from your wardrobe. We're not asking you to go and buy something. We're just taking what you already have and what you already love and repurposing it. So this process helps build the outfit to the consumer's style, which is a lot of a problem for a lot of the style boxes that would be, be our, sorry. So how this would work, if a customer came in for a style consultant and they liked our service, we would have them, we would suggest to them our monthly subscription, which would be $200 for a month for 16 outfits. That would be 4 outfits a week, and that would be sent to them automatically per month. This keeps our customers and consumers happy, first of all, because now they don't have to think about it. They're just getting all these outfits, as much as they need, for only $200 a month. Also, we would try to form partnerships with clothing stores to provide coupons for customers, like, hey, I found this really cute skirt that I think you'll like, and here's a coupon for it. That kind of thing would be awesome. And the best part of this monthly subscription, a style advisor would actually be assigned to the subscriber. You wouldn't just come in and see somebody you don't know. You know the person by name, you have their email address, you have their phone number, and you can talk to them anytime if you ever have any issues. The Trendsetters team understands that marketing is a big part of a business and allows it to function, so we tend to focus on our demographic of 20 to 30-year-old women, although it is not limited to that. So we branch out on social media such as Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat to just access our audience.
And now you might be thinking, why us? Well, we think you should come to us because this is our passion. We enjoy making people feel good because they look good. We want you to be confident in yourself and the way you look, so that way at every event you go to, or even if it's just something small, we want you to feel good about yourself.
And to finish, and I don't mean to brag or anything, but we do go to Vanguard High School, and we are international baccalaureate students, and we have chosen to use our education and our choice to take the higher level business class. We are taking a 2-year course based on business management, and at the end of our education, we will be able to reliably succeed, grow, and run a business. We have chosen to focus our education on entrepreneurial ideas, and we are ready to jump into the field at any moment. Thank you.
All right, I'll start. It sounds like we had a lot of questions, so I'll go quick. I read this beforehand, and I was curious if you guys have any business model to build into this for real-time decisions. So if someone's got a date, they got an award ceremony, and they're freaking out, they don't know what to wear, they could FaceTime you, they could real-time video chat, and get help that way, because sometimes it's when people are in that real-time moment that they really struggle to pick the outfit.
Actually, yes, we are able to communicate like that. So if you are ever in a hurry, we can do it digitally so that it is easier for you.
How many people do you know that currently use a service like this?
I'm sorry?
How many people do you know that currently use a similar service to this?
I know actually several women, both personally and through just watching like YouTube and stuff like that, several women who have bought these boxes and bought the style boxes and gotten a bunch of clothes from a company that uses a computer-generated list of things. You take a quiz and this computer-generated idea of what you like. And it doesn't work half the time because you won't like it. So there's no reason to do something, to pay money for something that you won't like.
Now let me ask you this, what makes somebody a qualified stylist?
Well, it would be, sorry, I see you laughing. It would be based on, through an employee, sorry, I can't talk today. Through an employment focus, we would probably look for people who have another passion in fashion like we do. We like to look good. We feel better when we look nice. And so we would interview people, see, maybe give them a trial wardrobe and just see what they come up with. And if we like them, then they would, I think that would, not professional, but that would at least make them qualified to help another person that we don't know.
So, thank you. And, sorry, lastly.
No problem.
Have you ever thought about a secondary program where the clothing is actually drastically reduced in price to make it more affordable for people? I know a hot thing is used clothes, vintage clothes, secondary clothes, but I think your business model could be severely scaled by just cost efficiency in reusing the clothes.
Absolutely, yeah. Similar businesses exist, like Plato's Closet, for example. We have one in town. It's kind of the same thing. It's just physical and it's in front of you. But we're more focusing on not producing clothes for you to wear, but we're just looking at what you already have. We're using clothes that you already own. And we just want to help you so that you have these other ideas, that you have another voice helping you get dressed in the morning. That's all.
I want to congratulate you guys. The number one factor to be a successful entrepreneur is being positive and being courageous and passionate. And you guys really, really show all that. I love it. You guys seem to get along so well. How are you going to structure your company? Is it going to be a partnership? Is it going to be a corporation? Are you going to equally own 1/3, 1/3, 1/3? How are you going to organize your company?
We would equally own 1/3 of it, and it would most likely be. It would be just like. It would be a partnership between all of us.
But, oh, I'm sorry, just to add on, I think there would be opportunities for us to float it on the market and see what happens, but if not, then that's not. I think it would be something that we would enjoy just doing together, because we're really good friends, and that would be fun.
I was trying to clarify, understand, you said you would be repurposing the wardrobe they already have?
Yes, ma'am. So what would happen is if you wanted to use our service, you would take and send pictures to one of our style consultants of all of your clothes, your accessories, hats, whatever you wanted to include in it. And then we would help you use the items in your wardrobe to build a new set of outfits that you would like to use. And then from that set of stuff, if we saw something and you were like, hey, I have this skirt that I don't know what to wear with, I don't have anything that matches, we would provide to you some coupons from our partnerships to help you.
Okay, our next team is Socket Pocket from Bellevue High School. Sure. and try to keep them apart, and from the microphone from the clicker. And try to keep this close to your face.
Hello, I am McKaylee Williams, and I am a student at Bellevue High School. And I found a problem that many of us smart users face. When we're charging our phones, we don't have anywhere to put them. Like just a blank wall. I mean, someone could step on it, and it would just break your phone. Like in the gym, I'm a volleyball player, and every practice, our teammates would have their phones on the ground because there was no other place to put it. And it's a big risk because a broken phone screen costs hundreds of dollars to fix. So my product is Socket Pocket. You put your phone into it, and it hangs from your charger head, which is always there, so it's always reliable. All over the school, there are places where I cannot charge my phone without having to set it on the ground. Ooh. But this was such a obvious product. Like, this is such a big problem. How is there nothing there? So I looked for a place like anything that could do this. I looked in Walgreens, Staples, Best Buy, Burlington. None of them had anything like this. And I thought that, like, their planogram had to have this edition, right? I looked online because you can find anything online. And I found similar products. They do what mine does, but the first one requires you to install it into your outlet. And, well, you wouldn't install something into every outlet you come across. And the next one is a good one, but it probably cannot hold all your phones, like as in a big phone in a big phone case. And also, it cannot have your charger in it, which my bag can. How I would advertise would be for free to begin. I would post it online in multiple social media websites, and I would even make a YouTube video advertising my product. And eventually, I might even pay to have it be an ad. Another way to do it is to have a giveaway. You repost my product, then I will enter you into a competition, well, a drawing, in order to maybe get one yourself for free. A great way I would sell in the beginning would be online. That way I'm not risking not being able to pay off anything, because online I don't have to pay unless I sell something, at least on eBay, which is where I would start. This is how the ad would look on Amazon. And then after I prove that I have a good product, that people are buying it, I would go to Best Buy and Kohl's and Staples, places like that, and I'll say, hey, do you want to buy my product? And they'll test it out, and that way I get a lot more sales. QVC, perfect. I would get this thing on QVC, they could sell tens of thousands. They have a big customer base, and it's easy to pay. They can also be used for promotion. Put your logo on it, give them out in job fairs, whatever. Just give them out, get your name out there. It's perfect for advertising because people are going to use it in public. In order to make these, like make enough, in the beginning, I would use people locally. To get them online, I would use people locally, like high school students and retirees. They have flexible hours, and then after I get the sales going and I'm going to these big stores, I would increase my production by looking for the best global cost, whether or not the Socket Pockets would be cheaper made in America or anywhere else. I'll go find where they'd be cheaply made, but I would keep my local source, so then they could make up for any spike in demand. And I actually already have a little place where where the production can take place. I don't have to rent. It's about as big as this stage, well, minus that part. And it'd be a perfect place to start up the production. Thank you.
I like where you're going to start the business. We started in a house about the size of this stage, and it worked well for us. You built some great culture starting in a true startup form. I really like the idea. I think everybody here really liked the idea when we were doing the final. I talked to you a little bit before. My first question is, why do you want to call it Socket Pocket when somebody had already taken that name? Are you set on that name? Because I know you put in here that they didn't have an active patent for that name, but did you look at trademark also? Because that's separate from patent.
Unfortunately, I did not.
So you'd want to look at trademark too, because those can last longer. And I know from starting a couple different businesses that you can run into trouble using somebody else's name. Like, it does leave you some risk that they could come back and try to take some profits or fight you. So it's a cool product. I would recommend coming up with something of your own, because also it existed before, so maybe it has some negative connotation to it. You know, if you're going to build your own product, come up with your own name, start fresh, and brand it from there. So that would be some advice I would recommend. And the other thing I wanted to say is I'm all for selling on eBay and Pinterest, but I'm very much against Amazon. We're an e-commerce business. And what you see happen a lot to new products like yours that can easily be made overseas is you put them on Amazon, and very quickly you'll see 4 or 5 shops pop up from overseas, and they'll start selling them for $1. So you'll want to definitely make sure your product has something very unique that you can patent, and you won't want to put it on the market until you have that to protect you. So consider that as well. But yeah.
Thank you.
Since you answered all the questions, I'll take it from there. Excellent presentation. You really did a great job. You did excellent research. I was going to ask you how serious you are about the product, if it's something that you're actually thinking about producing.
I really want to go into this. I want to make this my senior project. I'm even looking into making this so you don't have to worry about your phone catching fire. I went to the fire station and I found out about Nomex, which is a material that's fireproof. So that's my next step.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head with 85% of it. I think, you just work on the trademarks, follow up on some of those so you don't hurt yourself a couple months down the road. And it's not easy, but as everybody up here will tell you, persistence is everything.
Coming from the logistics industry, I can tell you firsthand that one of the big trip-ups that people face in the beginning of business, and I'm sure Joel can attest to this, is fulfillment and distribution of orders. That's going to be a big issue, and everyone, because of Amazon, expects everything on their door literally like same day, 2-day at the latest. So in terms of scalability, what is your plan for if you get 100 orders today, how are you possibly going to fulfill that with part-time retirees and high school students?
I think I'm going to use eBay. Like, they would say, I have 5 in stock. And that way only 5 people can buy it. So I don't feel obligated to fill in orders because they cannot fill in their orders if I'm out of stock.
Just a follow-up to that, and to circle back to Joel's comment, just forewarning, since you really do want to pursue this, when you put limits like that, Chinese manufacturers that will do it for pennies on the dollar just love to see folks like you that'll put 5 available, and they're like, we have 1 million available today for 25 cents, and we will have it to you tomorrow. So just be conscious of that. This is friendly advice because I think you're definitely on the right track, and it's a really great idea.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, I didn't see in where you said how much you would charge for each one.
Each one I would sell direct to consumer for $10, to promotional companies I'm thinking about $4.50, and then to department stores about $5.
What does it cost to make it?
Right now it costs like $296, but after I do more research and get a better idea of what material to use, I think I can get the price down to maybe like $230.
And are you planning to outsource the manufacturing whenever you get up and going?
When I get up and going, I'll outsource, like, so I can meet the big orders. But I would keep the local source, keep them selling online, and they can make up for any big order that I cannot wait to get from, like, the shipping time it takes to get something from a cheaper place.
You're on the right track. My big concern is your idea doesn't get stolen.
Yeah, that's my concern too.
All right, our next presentation is going to be the poster people, if you want to come up and start getting ready, from Forest High School.
All right, well, hello everybody. I hope you all are having a great day so far. And I'm James Walkerbottle.
I'm Nathan McCauley.
I'm Paulson Galegas.
I'm Luke Patrick.
And we're the poster people. So, when we first created our business, we found a problem at our high school. And that is that all of the events and all of the staff and all of the clubs that we had at our school, they were using small flyers like this one here that I have in my hand, and they just don't stick on the wall very well, and they can tear easily. So our plan that we had is to turn this flyer that we have right here into this poster that you can see right here. No, it's already the right way. There you go. And the way that we plan on doing that is we had actually found a poster online, a poster printer online that is very user-friendly, and it will do that for us. And you could just... So one of our main goals as the poster people is to obviously to make high quality posters, but we also want to deliver our posters in a timely manner because we don't want our customers to wait long to receive their product. And one way that we do that is by simplifying the process. In order to simplify the process, the poster printer that we got, we specifically had it ordered so that it already had everything programmed in, so all we had to do is just send in the information and it would print it for us. And since we print the posters at Forest High School, we won't have to go anywhere else to print it, and that obviously can keep the cost down low as well. And we will also offer specials at our company so that whenever people want to buy more than one poster, it'll make it easier for them because, well, when they buy more than one poster, we will have a special offer for them to make it cheaper. That's what So our posters that we'll be making, they will be 24 by 36 posters with very high detail. And they're going to be about $1.50 per poster, well, for us to print them. And the price to buy them will be about $7 to $10, depending on how much stuff you want to print on the poster. And this poster right here that we had printed down at Staples cost us $26 to print. And all the customer will have to do for us to print their poster is they're just gonna have to send us in their information, and well, they can choose a pre-designed template if they would want to, but if they don't want to choose a pre-designed template, they can just send us their information and we can lay everything out for them. And the customers will obviously have to pay online, and we will hand deliver each and every poster that we send out to Forest High School to make sure that nothing gets damaged.
I'm Faustin. Our materials and expenses are going to start with paper and ink, obviously, to print the paper or the posters. Our paper per roll is going to start at $39.99 per roll. And obviously inks are going to be $179 per set with colors like cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. We received a grant from the school board that allowed us to pay for the printer and other expenses and stuff like that. And we also have CAPE funds. CAPE funds is money that we have received from certifications, like Microsoft Word, certifying that we're able to do that. And all of our profits are going to go back into the business. Our customers will obviously start within the school clubs like FBLA that we're in. We personally use the club or the posters a lot for advertising events, anything like that. Administrators, if they're trying to get out word about anything from graduation to student situations, or and athletics too is a good thing. Athletics, a lot of coaches and stuff like that, they want to get posters of their students or of their student athletes and advertise maybe to play their sport or join or whatever. And students, if they need to do a project that includes a poster, we can make that, and if they send us their layout and how they want it. And our financials, like I said, we received the grant for $5,000, and we have access to CAPE money. And we're starting out debt-free, but thank you.
Have you considered your business structure in terms of what kind of business would be? Will you be a partnership of 4? Or what have you considered as a business structure?
Well, the business that we were making, we were originally just going to have it between the 4 of us at Forest High School, and when all 4 of us graduate, it was going to move down to the next generation of people in the entrepreneurship class.
And do you have other sides, or is that the one size for the posters?
There's only going to be one side to the posters.
What are you guys doing to reinvest into the business to make it a viable business to where you're leaving the next generation with a better business than you started?
When it comes to that, well, we were kind of hoping that we might be able to win some money here today, maybe. But also all the money that we received, the grant that we received was actually to pay for the printer itself and all the supplies that we had. So we're starting out, we don't have to owe anything to anybody starting out. So all the money that we make is already going to be profit.
So you've talked about the grant that was used to purchase the printer. Was that grant given to you folks, or was that given to the school?
It was given to us as a business.
So in theory, when you graduate, you could take the printer with you?
No. Well, we could, but we weren't going to. We were planning on doing that. We were planning on having it for the next people that come up into the class.
The reason I ask that is because at some point, even though you may not believe it today, you're going to graduate at some point. And operating a for-profit business in a public taxpayer-funded school, I would anticipate is going to become an issue at some point. Have you guys thought about that?
I don't think we have considered that yet, no.
You might have mentioned it in here, but what's the turnaround time when somebody sends you the artwork to get it in their hands?
I'm sorry, you said what?
The turnaround time from when you receive the artwork to get the finished product to into the.
Well, we were planning on having a website set up, and whenever they email it in their information, it would take us about a week and a half to get it to them.
Okay. Will you have an expedited option? Because I feel like you're competing against print shops around Ocala, and one of your advantages, if you're going to be in the school, should be the speed of service to be able to beat them in that way. So can it not be faster? Why is it a week?
Well, the main reason that we took it as a week, obviously, is because since it's by the students that are in the school, they might have activities that they have after school, or they might have plans that they have with other teachers, so they might not always have that open time for going into the classroom for where the printer is.
Okay.
I'm just curious about the equipment itself, what kind of printer it is, and then, the lifespan of the equipment that you have, if you know what it is.
I'm not exactly too sure. You said the lifespan on the equipment?
Right, how long the printer will last you guys.
I'm not exactly sure how long the printer was that is something that we have to look into a little bit more. The printer itself, though, well, I'm not exactly sure, I guess.
That's okay.
Are you going to be a business that's seasonal, just open during the school year?
You said, I'm sorry?
Are you going to be a business that's seasonal, just open during the school year, or are you going to be open year-round? And if you're open year-round, where's going to be your revenue source when the school is closed?
I think we're only going to be a business that's open during the school year.
So what about those months when the school's not open? Where does your revenue come in? Do you have other sources of revenue, or?
We are an FBLA that's at our school, and we have fundraisers that we hold over the summer as well to help pay for some of the equipment that we have.
And during summertime, man, you still got a ton of summer football and everything else. You can still keep making posters. But I love selling stuff at school. I love it, man. I grew up selling now and laters and blow pops and things. So I love entrepreneurship at the school level, cinnamon toothpicks. Have you thought about reaching out to some of the other schools that don't have graphic arts departments and selling them there?
We were planning. We actually have a slide that's based on that, but we have unfortunately ran out of time. Right now we're starting at Forest High School, and then as time goes on, we're planning on spreading out to schools around Marion County, out to other schools, and after that we're going to start expanding our website so that we can express to around Ocala.
Do you have target schools? Do you already know what schools don't have a graphic arts department?
Excuse me?
Do you already know what schools don't have a graphic arts department?
No, I do not.
And last, we have colorful creations for cattle from Bellevue High School.
Do you know where any cattle halters are?
Yes, ma'am, just this way. Oh wait, this is the horse section too. Here's the cattle section.
This is it?
I had that same problem, so I started to make my own halters.
Where can I find these?
Well, we're actually about to start a presentation for our business right now. Would you like to join us?
Sure.
Good evening, my name is Peyton Davis.
And I'm Elizabeth Reese. Hi, I'm Aubrey Lobig.
And I'm Delaney Faison.
Hello, my name's Alexandra Lyons.
And we are the founders of Colorful Creations for Cattle. Our business promotes durable and attractive halters for cattle. Right now, the only halters in the cattle industry are rope halters, which come in a variety of colors. However, they can easily come off. There are also control nylon halters, which are usually pretty durable. However, they only come in blue, black, green, and red. Our company solves this problem by using polyester webbing in patterns to create durable and attractive halters.
Our business would pop because of our fun and vibrant prints. We also have welded chains and circular connectors so that our halters will not break. You may not know what a normal halter looks like, so let me explain. These halters have chains that clamp together, and most of them have rings that have rectangle pieces on them to connect the fabric. However, they break easily. Now this is a rope halter, and it literally just slides right onto the animal's head, but can cause rope burn to the handler. Our halters are made from polyester, which is waterproof and mildew resistant, has a welded chain, and uses circular rings to connect the fabric, making it more durable.
I have been working with cattle before when one of the connectors broke. It is not a safe situation for the handler or the cow. Also, a few years ago at the Southeastern Youth Fair at the steer show, a parent was walking a steer in a rope halter. The steer got spooked and the steer got loose and without a halter. Now the steer was running down the road without a halter on, making it even harder to catch him. As you could imagine, this is not a safe situation for anybody. Our halters aren't just for colors and fun, they are what is necessary to keep everybody safe in the cattle industry.
Once our business would expand, we would like to sell at our local feed stores, such as Martin Larson's, Seminole Feed Stores, and Summerfield Sales. We would also promote at our Southeastern Youth Fair, which is our county fair, and eventually go to all of our jackpot shows.
Our Instagram is at Colorful Creations for Cattle, and we also have a website. We would like to buy an enclosed trailer that would cost $1,900 after we reach $4,000 in profit.
We would need $1,500 to start our business. We are hoping to get $3,000 in our first year in profit. Each halter costs $20 to make, and we would charge $35 for each halter, but $40 for customized halters. And as we make bigger amounts of halters, the price will go down. We would want to buy an industrial sewing machine once we get to $2,000 in profit. This industrial machine would cost $899. Buying this machine would help bring the cost of these halters down, because now Ocala Leather and Tack are charging us $20 for the prototype, but it'll bring the cost down to $10 when we start going in mass production.
Our halters bring exactly what the cattle industry is looking for. With cattle shows on the rise in our great state of Florida, with 29 fall shows and 31 spring shows, we need to offer cattle showmen something that looks nice but is still durable and will keep everybody safe. Roses are red, cows go moo. These halters are designed just for you.
All right, first of all, I love the energy. You guys are really passionate about what you're doing. You can feel it when you read this. So I think whatever you do, you need to make sure that personality you guys have is shown through your brand, because that's going to attract people to work with you and to purchase from you. Because you guys are, it's much more than a business. You can tell you guys actually care about your product, and that's really cool to see. The slogan's amazing. So have you guys considered, I don't know how cattle shows work, but my sister rode horses, but that's as far as I go. Would you guys consider, like, is there an opportunity to sponsor like popular cattle or a popular cattle ranch and have them wear your product so others will follow suit? Like, right, influencer cows, right? Yeah. And I think it could be fun on social media with that too. Create a personality for like even a mascot that's a cow that you follow around. Like, I think there's a lot of great ideas you could do with it. So I just was wondering if you've thought about any of that.
Yes, sir, we have. We've thought about taking our halters to jackpot shows, which are where a lot of good showmen come to show, and so having that there to offer and having them look at that, that's a really good idea. And then they can buy these halters and then they'll have them on their cattle wherever they go, and then other people will be like, hey, where'd you get that halter from? And then they can give them our information. And so.
I think it'd be worth it to give some out to get the name out there for sure.
Okay.
So.
All right. So is this like really a thing? Like, so how many? Do you know how many people show cows? Like I'm guessing like you guys are part of FFA probably, right? So do you have a number of how many people actually show cattle? Is there like a round number? And have you gauged, like, did you think like just maybe the ladies would want the colorful stuff? Do you think like the guys showing cattle? I'm trying to think about. I'm just wondering how many people would actually want to do a colorful halter for their cows. So do you think the guys would want to do colorful things, or would it be mostly the ladies that are showing the cows? Because I mean, if I was in FFA and like and raised, you know, and I was like, man, I never sat back and goes, man, if I could just have a colorful halter, it'd be awesome, you know? Unless it was like my sports team or something like that, if I branded it, it'd be great to have a, you know? So do you think this would be more like a marketed more towards the ladies? And do you think there's enough people out there that are showing cows that would want that product, that it would fly off?
I think this product could go for either guys or women because we can offer many different prints that could go onto the halter. So you could get something that more so guys would like than the ladies would like.
I can add on to that. I've also seen polyester webbing and camo, which I know most guys would like. And also, we can add customization to our halter so they can put like the owner's name or like the cow's name, or number, yes, in case like, you know, their cow gets loose, which is also like a safety thing. But I think everybody would really enjoy it. So I think everybody would like it.
So I read about your team and the plan. You guys got great energy, positivity, love it. Explain who's heading manufacturing. Who's gonna be leading the manufacturing process? Because this is a great product you have.
Right now, we are ordering our, like the materials to go with it, and we are bringing the materials to Ocala Tack and Leather, which is a little store in Seminole Feed. And we would want, when we reach $2,000 in profit, we would want to buy our own sewing machine so that we can start making them and not have to pay Ocala Tack and Leather.
What are going to be the job descriptions for the 5 of you?
You got it. Sure. Okay, so Allie would be more of our like financial person with like all the money. Aubrey, her, would be our like advertiser. Delaney would help us with transporting all the stuff everywhere. And Peyton and I would be, what would you say? The brains. The brains.
I think it's a great idea. I have camo in giant letters here because I was going to say Miami Hurricanes. He would buy a cow halter in no time. Also, along with Joel was saying, if you were to give a certain amount away for influencer cows, if you will, but you're going to need some sort of tag or customizable logo, or you know, your letters on it, or you know, a little charm that you can probably buy in a very large quantity and attach it to every single one.
You said that after $2,000 profit, you wanted to buy your own sewing machine. So you all are experienced at making halters?
Yeah. No, ma'am, but we can learn, and and the employees at Ocala Tack and Leather, they're really nice, and I'm sure they would love to help us get going and teach us how to do it.
Your title needs to be The Mover, M-O-O-V-E-R, okay? The Mover.
Okay, at this time, we're going to take about a 15 to 20 minute intermission. And while we're doing that, we have a ton more food over there. You're welcome to help yourself too. And our judges are going to go into this room directly behind them and tally some scores. Again, in the meantime, please help yourself to some food. Okay, welcome back. Would any of the judges like to say anything before we invite up the five finalists?
I just wanted to say that we are all crazy impressed. I cannot get over the presentation skills that you guys had, how well thought out your ideas were, how well thought out your presentations were. You guys are a fierce group of young people, and I look forward to hiring you all soon. Anybody else?
I want to congratulate each one of the participants because it takes a tremendous amount of guts, courage, can-do, what you guys did, and our country is going to be better off because we have young people like you. So that's what I want to say. Come on, Ron.
No, you guys are awesome. Just keep on dreaming, keep on working towards your goal, and it'll happen. You know, a lot of times in life you're going to fall, and you're going to think you can't do it anymore. Just keep believing in yourself and keep moving towards it. So even if you didn't win tonight, it doesn't mean your idea wasn't good. It just means that somebody just did a little bit better job than you, and that's life. All right? So just keep working hard, just keep on dreaming. That's all I can say.
All right. So we're going to start with 5th place and then work our way up to 1st. And if each of you, as I call your names, if you would come up on stage, we're going to have you stand here in the middle with the judges and then let everyone get a picture and then go on to the next person. All right. In 5th place is Lane Kent with V Arcade from Lake Weir High School. We'll have you just stand in the middle there, Lane, and we'll get a couple of pictures. All right, and if Lane, if you would just stand in the middle there, we're going to get a quick picture. Everyone get a picture? All right, another round of applause for Lane. In 4th place, from Forest High School, Poster People. Then if you guys just want to kind of get in the center there and we'll take a photo. And make sure all the judges can be seen there in the back, just kind of shuffle around a little bit. Can everyone still see the judges? All right, we'll take a second to get a photo. Everyone good? All right, congratulations. All right, now we're getting to the checks. In 3rd place, I've got to find out which one is 3rd place here. Let's see. 3rd place is right there. Yep. In 3rd place, winning a check for $1,000 for their team and a 3rd place trophy. In 3rd place is Trendsetters from Vanguard High School. Congratulations. Are we good? All right, congratulations. In second place, getting a check for $2,000 and a trophy. In second place is Socket Pocket. I know it's a lot to carry, but there you go. Got it? All right, we'll get a couple of photos. All right, congratulations. Congratulations. And that leaves in first place a check for, get it turned upside down here, $4,000 and a first place trophy. Our first place winner is Colorful Creations for Cattle. TV20 from Gainesville couldn't be here this evening, but they did ask if they could interview the winning team next week, so you should see them on TV soon. There you go. There you go. And a round of applause for first place. Are we good on photos? All right, another round of applause. Thank you to all of our winners tonight. All right, for all of the students tonight in first, second, or third place, I need you each to fill out one of these slips of paper with your address so that we can mail the real checks, because they don't take the big ones at the bank. So if first, second, and third place, I need you to fill one of these out. And if you were first or second place, I have another form for you to fill out separately for first or second. Make sense? All right, thank you again to our judges. Thank you to our sponsors. And everyone have a good night. Thank you.